DC Boxing Legend Podcast. 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 Home of the champions.
Welcome to DC Boxing Legends Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have, man, this brother here, man, it's like a family member to me, man, when it comes to this boxing thing and in life in general, man. I have nothing but ultimate respect for both of him and his brother, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Anthony Peterson. How's it going, brother?
Everything good, bro.
Man, it's an honor to have you on here, man. I've been wanting to get you on because, we got history that goes back to, you know what I'm saying, damn near when you first put on the pair of boxing gloves and entered into this business, man, which saved lives, you know.
Yes, sir.
Let me know, man, what got you involved into boxing?
Got me into boxing was definitely my brother, Lamar Peterson. For sure, we 13 months apart. It's a genetic, scientific fact that if you 15 months within, or 2 years within a sibling, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna try to, mimic what they do. And especially if you got a good relationship, a bond, a friendship. But my brother Lamar Peterson was the reason why I started boxing. I knew nothing about boxing until like Pernell Whitaker because I'm a very silly guy. If anybody follows me on Instagram, I'm a very silly guy. And I see that he used to have fun in the ring, laughing and joking and pulling people's trunks down and stuff like that. Like, if he can have fun doing that, why can I do the same thing?
Yes, indeed, man. You definitely, man. I watch you on social media, man. You got a little bit of some acting skills too, man.
Yeah, everybody be telling me that, man. But, that's the only for recreation only. But if I get opportunities to showcase it, I won't be shy about it.
Yes, indeed, man. When you went to the gym, man, what made you fall in love with it on your own? I mean, it's like, what made you say, this is what I want to do and I'm going to continue doing it? What got you to that point?
One compliment. It was one compliment I got. There's a kid named Reginald Wright. He's a boxer. He's just called him Alley Cat. He had an uncle named Pee Wee. And this is the first time somebody, like him and Barry was best friends. They grew up with each other. And he said, man, if you was to do this and do that, now you'll be one of the best fighters that ever did it. You can even be better than your brother. Nobody never told me that before. Not that I was in competition with my brother, but I just seen him go over a lot of mountains and be praised a lot from a lot of locals.
Yes, indeed.
I got a little props from that. I'm like, shoot, let me go ahead and try it. And around about when puberty hit, about 12 or 13, that's when I really fell in love with it. But I started when I was 9 years old. It took a little while for it to rub off on me, like really want to go to the gym, like really want to go to these national tournaments and win the silver gloves, win, these tournaments that's out there.
Yeah, man, I remember when I first saw you, man, and at the Golden Gloves, I think the year was about 1995, if I'm not mistaken. And man, when I saw you, I knew the first time I saw you and your brother, I knew y'all was going to be the next big thing coming from this area, man. Me and my brother was very impressed, man. We was like, God, them boys can fight, man. Naturals, y'all had the skills, the techniques. We was like, wow. That was...
We definitely looked up to y'all. We definitely saw y'all, especially like I say, I'm the little brother, but I was a fan of yours. Lamar was a big brother. He always was a fan of Hakeem. But we both was fans of both, but it's like we had a little liking for, because our styles, I like that aggressive, how you could go to the body, stuff like that. Like my favorite fight with you was at Hillcrest with Kamal. The kid named Kamal, dark-skinned kid. That was one of my best fights I ever seen. That's what one of the things that motivated me. Damn, like I see how the crowd cheered for y'all. I see how people was backing you up when you got out of the ring and stuff like that. And I had to get a piece of that, bro.
Man, y'all took it to another level, man. When we stopped fighting, we kept like a records of what's going on when we was down Newport News, Virginia, man. And we just kept looking each year. You know what I'm saying? You and Lamar, ranked number 1, winning nationals, the Golden Glove national champion, a Junior Olympics national champion, man. And then we was like, wow, them boys is doing it, man, on another level.
Appreciate it, bro.
So who was your biggest local rival in this area?
Jamal Bird. I don't remember the kid's name was Jamal Bird. We fought 5 times. And he was my friend. And rest his soul, Davon Drake. He split 2-2. Jerry Ruffins' brother.
Okay, yeah, I remember him. Yeah, he was a beast.
We fought. It got to the point where we were so good, Gary and Burry would call ahead of time to make sure we wasn't in the same weight, because we didn't want to knock each other off in the locals, and then we go to the regional sweep. You know what I mean? So we pay up, and Steph, I'm 76 pounds and he's 73 pounds. We push him to 70, push me at 75. And so we have a stronger team.
See, a lot of people.
Drake is definitely a rivalry of mine. That's a good friend of mine as well.
That's how vicious the competition was back then, man. Locally, how you had to make sure the team was strong, man, because we definitely had an issue with beating each other up locally before we got to the Nationals.
For sure.
Yeah, man. So, who was your greatest national rival?
My greatest national rival was Carl Dark, Philadelphia, from Concrete Junction.
Okay, that was
Yeah, we fought 4 times. He beat me 4 times straight from Sugar Ray Leonard Gym, April 1995, all the way up until he beat me again. He just kept beating, and we finally fought in Olympic trials when we got older, and I beat him twice. I eliminated him out of the 2004 Olympic trials. He was my biggest rival. Every time I fought him, it was hard. My toughest fight was Anthony the Dog Durrell. That was my toughest fight in my amateur history.
Okay. So, man, you got one of the most impressive records, man. I haven't seen a record like that, from this area in a long time, There's a few guys that got a similar record like yours, but your record is tremendous, man. You now at 37, 1-1. 38 now. See, I'm looking at the old numbers. 38, 1-1. That's an amazing record, brother, man. We definitely, man. Me and you talked before in at the fights. I meant to put that on the podcast, but the audio was kind of off because of the crowd. So, right. We was talking about how, man, we gonna have to rally down and have a rally about you getting the world title, man. And I think we need to push for something like that, man. Let them know DC's not having it. We're not gonna let you just skip over a guy with a record such as vicious as Anthony has, man. We gonna have to let the news know. The other fighters need to get together and listen, man, this guy deserves a shot, one thing I like about you, man, I never heard you complain about that, man. Not in public's eye, never, So, man, what makes you, stay poised as you do, man, with this situation?
And there's no disrespect to boxing, but boxing is only 5% of my life. I love it, trust me, and I respect it so much. When I'm involved with it, I give it 100%. I don't give it just 95% of my life. When I'm involved with it, I give it 100%. But boxing is only 5% of the things that I'm capable of doing. If I had it my way, I would be on these predominantly black neighborhood street corners teaching sex education, teaching irregular eating habits. All these type of things matter that we think don't matter. Because boxing to me is a privilege. And to me, it only produced sweat. But if I had it my way, for pay, and I would go out here and put the work in. But boxing, like I say, it was things I was doing outside when those dry moments came in boxing. I would go to recreation, receiving homes, child, foster kid systems, high schools, junior high schools, street corners, wherever I had to go and wherever I had to do to, get the message out. And when I'm out here teaching these people, I'm out here looking for answers too, because I don't know everything.
Right.
I mean, so when I'm out there talking to somebody who's 52 years old, who lost their home, who's homeless, who's hygiene, who is went to the wayside, I'm not going to be that the type of person like, oh, get away from me. It's nothing you can tell me. Oh, yes, there's plenty of things you can tell me. You can tell me how not to get there. What was your downfall? What was your story like to get you to that point? So, like I said, when I'm out here teaching and preaching, I'm looking for answers too. For your answer, yes. Boxing, I stay humble and stay occupied doing other things, for talking to the youth, and I think they really need it.
Yeah, man, I watched you also on social media, man, how you interact with the kids at schools, and when you go running and you stop and your people run with you, and your motto is a beautiful, wonderful motto, with is I run the city, and you literally going around the city and talking to the brothers and sisters, man. I commend you for that, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely, the mission becomes bigger than boxing, and I totally agree with that. So I can relate, man, to that, because boxing is just, like you say, it's a small aspect of what life's really about, man. But it definitely gets people eye open to listen to you, because you perfected a craft. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was watching, man, your fight. I posted it on the Legends podcast. On the Legends page, man. I didn't realize how vicious your jab was, man.
And I appreciate that so much, brother. But you have no idea what I was going through in that moment, in that boxing match that you saw, that you posted.
Wow,
brother. Damn near dead. You mean? But I did 12 rounds. 12 rounds with that guy. But like I said, man, when my documentary come out, man, it's gonna be things that you gonna respect me even more for championing the shit that I've had to, go through,
right,
just to prepare for a boxing match.
Wow.
You know what I mean? A professional boxing match. And people always ask me like, "But damn, Anthony, how you been on your day? How you been on the dates and stuff like that?" And I always answer, who in the hell gonna forget the time when they almost died?
Damn. That's mean, man. That's mean. I didn't realize that, man. I couldn't tell, man. And you controlled them, man, with that jab, man. You kept them at bay. You was hooking off it, and wow. It didn't seem like nothing was wrong with you, man. That's gladiator style right there, brother.
Yeah, and I give all props to my mom, for having 12 babies with no epidural. I get my toughness from her.
Yes, indeed.
Y'all see Lamar punch his shoulder over and go out there and get his opponent. He get that toughness from my mother.
Yes, indeed. And when I saw a picture of that, man, of your moms and your dad, man, when they were young, I saw the other picture with all the kids, man. Listen, man, I have to take my hats out. Like I say, this is genetics. I looked at it when I saw that picture, it was powerful. I say, this genetics. I see why the way my brothers roll the way they roll, man. That's in their DNA.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Lamar, man, y'all relationship, man, is vicious, man. I love the way you and him interact, man. And reminds me of me and Hakeem, man. And right now he's currently your trainer, correct?
For sure.
Yeah, man. How is that going, man?
Man, it's scary. Scary. Scary in a good way.
Yeah.
And man, him was just talking about an hour before, man, you connected. And there's no exaggeration or, and urge, no copy, anything. This is what we truly believe. I truly believe around about this time next year, you can put me in the ring with anybody in the top pound for pound list, top rank list, whatever. And I will give them hell.
That's right.
And I'll beat. Not to give them hell, I'll win. But in the process of winning, it's going to be hell. And that's just how confident I am on, the things we've been working on, things that I never took advantage of. you know, and my attributes as far as my feet. I can remember on a football field, everybody used to call me Bird Sanders. Why? Because I was a juke so in my vision, I could see stuff before it even happened. Like, but I never really took advantage of that in my boxing craft, like using my feet work, like really to be there and not be there. And me and my brother, for the last, all we've been working, foot drills, footwork, a lot of things that, you know, we wasn't working on in my early career. Now we're working on now to make me feel like in early 20s. Well, I think it's that further. Teenage, like I said, I went to see my doctor, and he said some of the stuff. I don't know if he was telling me that to hype me up. He's like, brother, 30, your body is like a teenager. Like, you have no gray hair, you have no signs of like anything. Like, and I appreciate that. I mean, but at the same time, I want to use it to the full max. I want to use it. I don't want to just talk about it. I want to use it. You know what I mean? Until it's over.
That's right. That's one thing I like, man, the respect about you, man. I watch you, man. You know, you never see. A lot of us in the past have, you know, we like me. 20 years I abused my body. You know what I'm saying? And I commend you and your brother for staying involved and continuously striving on that level. I never saw you in the club with a drink in your hand. You know, none of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So,
no, that's not my style.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to look at you, I was like, damn, see, that comes from, you know, having a boxing mentality, you know what I'm saying? Because before that, when I was boxing all the way up to about 25, you know what I'm saying, I had a boxing mentality. But you talking 30, 40 years of your consistency, man. Hey, man, I take my hats off to both of you guys, man, for continuously being focused still to this day with your, you know, with your health and with boxing, you know, because, you know, it is a rule. That's what made me stay away from it is, you know, you can't play boxing and don't disrespect boxing. You either in or you out, you know.
That's real.
Yeah, man. So, what's coming down the future, man? Who? You know, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you are you with Rick Ross?
Yes, I signed Rick Ross. I did.
Okay.
That's one thing I want to get to these fighters. And notice this what I said. I signed Rick Ross.
Come on now.
These young fighters out here be so seeking to get signed. But understand, you gotta understand y'all are the product.
There we go.
Understand what happens without the fighter. A fighter can fight without a manager. A fighter might get mismanaged or might get, you know, twisted and all that. You still can fight. A manager, advisor, promoter cannot do anything without a fighter.
There it is.
For that being said, y'all fighters, please stop. And this is, I wanted to get this out all my interviews. It irritates me the most when I hear these kids, these young black males, these or whatever race you are, first thing they do when I want to give thanks to Al Haymon, I want to give thanks to Showtime, or I get all that, but why does it sound so programmed? Do you really mean that? What about your dad? What about your mother? What about, you know what I'm saying, the true God that you believe in? You know what I mean? And things when they always ask, who do you want next? Well, I'm going to just talk to my team, see what they can do. And no, the answer they looking for, I'm going to make sure my team get me the fight that I want. So if it's throwing out a name, if it's Rodriguez Guzman, I'm not going to get on national TV and say, yes, I'm going to see what my team going to do and do this and that, this and that. No, I'm going to make sure my team do what I say do and get me this fight. Point blank and simple, but to me it just sounds so, and I hate to say it this way, they give me that slave mentality, like a flunky or something like that. You're putting your damn life on the line. It should be all about you. You put together what you want, your pickwork. You give the manager, promoter, the advisor, whoever that you're dealing with, and it's not personal. This is business.
That's right.
You give them that. Hey, look, this is what I asked for. If you want to put me on a corner, this is what I require. Can't meet these requirements, I'm moving on to the next.
That's right. You know what? I just did a podcast on that about a couple of months ago where I explain to people, man, you are the boss of your career. You know, the fighter is the boss, not the manager, not the promoter. Now, the only time that I give authority, that I think authority should be given for a person to tell you how to run something, is in the gym when you're training. That's it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, when it comes down to my career, state, or whatever, I think it should be left up to the fighters. You the boss. If you don't think he's moving in a timely manner, you have to get rid of him. Nothing personal.
Absolutely.
So I truly understand your philosophy on that, man. And I think you got something coming up in Baltimore for like a signing or something, or you're gonna be at a celebrity gathering.
Rick, we have we hosting a party together February 26th from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. in Baltimore. Follow me on Instagram, Peterson 808. I love 808 because it's internal. There's no outlet on 808.
That's right.
But you can go on my page and look it up, and you get your ticket, or just come through, just pull up, and we're gonna have a great time. No violence, man, none of that old negative stuff, man. We just try to have a good time for 5 hours if possible. Keep it moving.
Yes, indeed, man. So what? Any fights planned in the future, man?
Yes, right now I'm in the talks with Ty Barnett, Cortez, and Mickey Bay. We're trying to do something in DC early April.
Okay.
Hopefully late April. Because that I think everything's starting to open back up again as far as the mandates and stuff like that.
Yes,
so,
indeed.
You know, early in the year, everybody was kind of spooked out, so nobody wasn't really planning shows. The shows that was planned February 19th here in DC, which is 3 days ago, was postponed or canceled because of orders of the mandates may occur and all these type of things. So, but I get it because people don't want to miss out on money and stuff like that. So they definitely canceled the show. So at this point, I'm believing that it may be early April, late April.
Okay, man. I look forward to that, man. I think I had spoken with Ty on Saturday. He didn't really get into too much detail, but he told me y'all had something coming down the line soon. So I definitely can't wait to see what that's about so I can push it, man. I'm going to push it best as I can, man. I know all of you guys, even the babes, so, you know, since they was babies. So, man, yeah, definitely I look forward to sharing that to the public, man. Who's on your team now overall, man? Far as I know you got Lamar, but who else is on your team with you now?
Everybody on my team that I've been in the ring with Sean Johnson.
Okay.
Which is a two-time Olympic alternate. And I have James Baker.
And that's a dream team. God dang.
So, and I definitely, like I said, been in the ring with all these guys. They know me through until they watch me grow up.
Yes, indeed.
So it's a perfect match. And I watched Sean Johnson give Lamar his man strike in a ballroom in the basement in Lincoln Rec, where you've been in there before.
I was there with you.
When you was getting ready for Roshan Pop.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And so you was in that dungeon. You know what it's like.
Yes, indeed.
I watched Sean Johnson give Lamar his man stripes in there, and for them to be working with each other, operate on me, and for Baker to put his hat in there too.
Yes, indeed.
It's everything I want, everything I could dream of. And man, at this point, like building out, I don't have a head coach.
Right.
It's whoever I'm talking to at the time is my coach.
Well, I like that.
So it's not like, oh, this person is not here, or I can't perform, or I'm not going to be able to operate. As long as the mind is set on what we need to do, that's all we need to do.
Man, that's a dream team, man. The names you named, man.
Sure.
I see big things coming, man. It's like you put together an all-star of trainers, man, / fighters. Mm-hmm. So, man, you know what I'm saying? I definitely think you made a right decision picking those names, man. I got nothing but respect for Sean. I looked up to them. James, of course, your brother and yourself, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I think you're going to do great things, man. I can't wait to see you fight.
Oh, man. And if you can help it, when you referring to me, I perform because I'm too non-confrontational. I'm too non-confrontational to fight. I feel like I'm an artist.
I got you.
I don't like to fight. I feel like anybody can fight.
Yes, indeed.
And if I look at it, it's that way. it kind of like turns me off because, like I said, I'm not confrontational at all. Like I don't kill flies, I don't kill insects.
I'm
like,
same way.
I'm the most genuine. You like, man, how the hell you box with that soft ass mentality you got? Watch chick flicks and all that. But don't get it twisted.
Right.
Me in that boxing ring, it's not personal. It's just art. And art is drama occurs. So that's like a fight. Drama is fight. I mean, but it's an artistic way of saying. I mean.
Yes, indeed, man. I trust me. I understand, man. I'm an artist myself. I'm a musician, so I know, so I know what you feel, man. It's definitely art. Boxing is art, man. It's not just about fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely more of a skill set that has to be perfected, man. It requires a lot of over and over. Just like I had to play the saxophone and the keyboard over again, I had to throw that jab in that right hand. I remember I was with my father doing it for we would be working out on weekends. After we finished the gym, we in there playing the music. So, man, it's the same energy, brother. And, Lamar, man, when he won that title, how'd that feel for you, man?
Man, it was one of the greatest feelings ever because I was there for the whole thing. I remember him always crying when we was in foster care. My foster mother put us in karate class.
Okay.
He cried. He wanted a punching bag. He wanted to go to a boxing gym. That's all he kept talking about. I want to go to a boxing gym. So she ended up putting us in a karate class, and he was upset. But when we got out of foster care, it was almost like we got out of jail. The moment we got out of foster care, he went straight down to the gym, Lincoln Rec, and that's how him and Bert had hooked up.
Wow.
This is story alone, just all the things like Lamar been the champion before this boxing stuff. People don't know that. That's how we met Boogie.
Right.
By Lamar protecting me. Boogie didn't know that we was, because Boogie, Patrick Hurst, Keith Hurst was dating my sister Keisha.
Right.
He didn't know that we was their little brothers and we was late for curfew. We was living in the shelter on 14th Street. And she came to discipline us. And he's like, hold up, them your little brothers?
Wow.
Like, man, that one right there can fight. We seen Lamar a week prior to this incident beat this dude up, just protecting me. And Bull seen that Lamar had grown man skills. And right from then and then, Bull put it in his head that if anybody worked with Lamar, he'd be a world champion. And he became a world champion. Easy.
Man, I didn't know that he didn't know y'all before. I thought, you know what I'm saying, wow, that's first time I ever heard that, man.
Bull ain't know us.
Wow.
He knew my sister. Like, he used to date my sister, and my sister's real tight.
Yeah.
He ain't found out that we was us until that night we got disciplined for missing curfew at the shelter building.
Wow. Man, I didn't know that, brother. I thought, you know what I'm saying, he broke, that's amazing, man. Because I remember it, man, because, Book used to pick me up and bring me to the gym.
Yeah,
and your sister would be with him, and Pat, and it was babies, man. Little Pat was a baby, man. To see him too, man, in there, man, is amazing, man. To see how, skillful he is, man. So like I say, like you say, it's in the genes on both sides for him. So, man,
even with Bull, they Bull the success along. I remember us in the early '90s going around quoting Rocky IV, from the movie Rocky IV, just quoting little stuff that he doing Creed 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
man,
how does that happen? That's just it's a beautiful story, man.
Yes, indeed.
I'm proud of Big Homie, man. Like, them be putting in a lot of work. A lot of people don't know them sacrificed a lot.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? To get to where we was at. You know what I'm saying? Job, family, all that shit, man.
Yes, indeed, man. I remember, man, when
first Christmas and all that shit. People don't even know that.
Yes, indeed. I remember when Boog, man, came to pick me up one time. He called me, say, Rashid, man, I had to run from the police, man. So what happened was Boog, I think his license was suspended or something like that. And Boog had hit somebody's car. So.
Yeah, that's one of the funniest stories.
You remember that joint?
Yes, bro. Yeah, I called him one night, though.
Right. Boog was like, man, I'm hiding in the woods or something. He said, come on, Boog. Yeah. Damn, Joe, because he was supposed to pick me up that day. And, man, but, man, to see where he's at now, man, and all of y'all where y'all at, man, people don't know, man, this stuff takes a lot of sacrifice for people to, to have, their criticisms about somebody in the sport of boxing or in success in general. They don't know what a person has to sacrifice to get to where they got to, man.
Right.
Man, but brother, man, it was an honor, man, to have you on here, man.
Man, it's an honor to be here, bro.
Man,
you can't imagine, like I said, me being at ringside, and like, I don't think you'll never understand how much we used to look up to y'all, especially me. Like when you fought, after you was on the bounce sheet and you didn't fight, how pissed off I was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I see my man, Hammers on the dome. I'm like, hold up, I thought he was fight there. I got canceled or something like that. I'd be pissed. But like, we definitely one of the ones that put that electric in my eyes and then you go out and be like, I put this work in for real. Hopefully, like, you will see it, that felt like, oh yeah, Shorty like that.
Yeah, I saw it, man. When I saw you fight, I always told Kimi, like, I love the way your style was, man. It was aggressive, the way you ripped to the body. I could see myself through you, man. The way you ripped to the body, came up top, and I looked at your jab. That's the way my jab is. The same way. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn, I didn't realize Anthony had a jab like that. But then, man, it's an honor, man. I thank you, man. And then to look to see the people that you motivated, the Tank Davises and Lil Gurry and all of them, man, to see them develop into what they did. We didn't do nothing but just I passed it down to, the motivation to you. You passed it down and it went on and became for these younger fighters, man.
That's for sure.
Yeah, man, boxing is just ain't nothing but a revolving cycle. Like the names you named that you're training with now, James Baker and Sean Johnson. I looked up to them the same way. When I saw James, he used to blow my mind. You know what I'm saying? The way he fought, the high poise he was in there, man. So Sean was the same way. Sean knew a lot of people, and Sean knew styles. He knew boxing. So I definitely, man, looked up to them the same way, man. So I think you definitely picked the right people on your team, brother.
For sure.
But man, it's an honor to have you on here, man. You welcome anytime, man. If you know what I'm saying, want to promote something or whatever you like to do, brother, you welcome, man.
I appreciate it, bro. Just hit me up anytime. You already know where to find me at.
Will do. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Anthony Peterson, DC Boxing Legends Podcast.
DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast. DC Boxing Legend Podcast.